Over 100 years ago, there lived a circus elephant named Lizzie. Kept in a menagerie owned by Mr. William Sedgwick, Lizzie was soon to become a local legend, to be remembered for generations. Lizzie was the star of the show, but with the outbreak of war in 1914, Sedgwick was struggling with the upkeep of many of the animals at his popular travelling circus. This was down to many of his employees being conscripted, leading to restrictions on travel and shortages of feed. Although Lizzie was one of Sedgwick's main attractions, in 1916 she was leased to a man named Thomas Ward, owner of Thomas Ward Limited, after the company's horses were conscripted in order to serve in Europe. Thomas Ward Limited was a steel, engineering and cement business based at Albion Works on Savile Street in Attercliffe. It began as a coal and coke merchants, before expanding to recycling metal for Sheffield's steel industry. This was vital for the foundries and steelmakers in Sheffield, and so, with the outbreak of the First World War, Ward's company became crucial to the nation's war effort, supplying thousands of tons of scrap metal to the country's steel industry every day. Lizzie's immense strength allowed her to undertake the workload of 3 horses, so Ward's need for Lizzie was far greater than Sedgwick's. Lizzie was stabled nearby at Ladies' Bridge, and is said to have been quite a character. There are stories of her eating a schoolboy's cap, pushing over a traction engine, and stealing food through someone's kitchen window using her trunk. Soon the bizarre sight of an Indian elephant carting heavy loads of steel, machinery and munitions through the city became quite normal, and Lizzie was soon a local celebrity. "Done up like Tommy Ward's elephant" is a phrase still commonly used in Sheffield today. In February 1916, it was reported by the World's Fair newspaper that as the elephant passed some of Sheffield's remaining horses, startled by this unexpected dilution of their labour, they sniffed and shied. Lizzie's legacy goes beyond her contribution to the war effort, and she's still ingrained in Sheffield's culture today. 100 years after Lizzie's story, last year, the Herd of Sheffield exhibition saw over 50 model elephants placed throughout the city, raising money for the Children's Hospital charity. People in Sheffield were encouraged to follow the trail. The legend of Lizzie lives on.
Nobody knows but my pillow and me.
Rebecca Staden, Project Manager of the Herd of Sheffield. The project it took 18 months for us to plan and put into place. What we wanted to do was produce something that was open to all, it was free for all, totally inclusive, and give everybody something really fun and to engage in across the summer, as well as raising lots of money for the Children's Hospital charity. I saw a sculpture trail back when I was 17, which is many years ago now, in Cincinnati, and just thought it was fantastic. So you just saw so many people from all walks of life, going around, seeing all the different, there were pigs over there, and engaging with them. I just thought it was great. So I was just waiting for the right time to be able to organise something of a similar ilk in Sheffield. And in 2016 seemed the right time, but we needed to find a sculpture. So I was keen to find something that was, linked to the Sheffield heritage, that was also, something fantastic that everybody would love and create a memory for everybody, really. So, people could remember it from years to come, as well as raising significant income, which we did in the end, which was fantastic for the Children's Hospital. We thought long and hard about this. We looked at loads of historical, information, went to the archives at Sheffield, the University of Sheffield, looked to see, what we could find, because we wanted something. It was out there. We knew it was out there, and we found the story of Lizzie the elephant, which was just incredible when we found that story.
Hi, I'm Gio Law. I'm a freelance illustrator based in Sheffield, and currently we are sat in the Rocco Creative Space, which is where I am based. I spend a lot of my days just kind of working on creative briefs and creating illustration work, as well as kind of going on site to places like London, sometimes New York, sometimes here, there and everywhere to create mural artworks. I'm here to talk about my involvement in the Herd of Sheffield project, which happened last year, summer 2016. And it was a project that was ongoing from 2015. I was initially approached at the start to create the first, well, to customise the first elephant statue. The aim of the Herd of Sheffield project was to engage with artists and the community and the public to kind of bring them all together in the city centre. And so the basics of the project were artists would submit a design, and then those designs would be chosen, voted on, and then they would be asked to customise a life-size kind of, well, not life-size, but a large statue of an Asian elephant. And I was asked to kind of create the first one to kind of kickstart the entire campaign. One of 53, I think. I think there might be 53 of these elephants. And in the end, I got to design 2, which was pretty cool.
For us, as a children's hospital charity, we managed to raise, just at the auction alone, £410,000. And that's funding a medical piece of equipment in the hospital that, you know, will save thousands of lives. So what an amazing thing, you know, it's amazing what an elephant can do, I suppose. So
Nobody knows but my pillow and me.